Welcome in, everybody, to TB Sports 27, ESPN NFL 2K5, and we are down to the final 4 games of the regular season. We are going to play 2 of them with you here today in this live streaming session right here for you guys on Twitch, and for those of you watching with us on Patreon, we appreciate you joining by, or if you're watching with us on YouTube, glad to have you. Big game coming up. So the last time we saw our Washington Commanders, we knocked off the New York Giants for the second time this season. So if you look at the standings, it is actually, I think the Giants might have gotten us the first go around. It was a low scoring game, but if you look at the standings, that kind of knocked the Giants 2 games back. So that took care of them. They were toast. The game coming up next is the game against the Eagles. We beat the Eagles earlier this year in Philadelphia, and now they're trying to get payback here. And for the Eagles, if they want to keep pace in the playoff hunt, this is a must-win. We also have the Cowboys, where we go on the road to Dallas coming up later on this season. It's going to be a good one. Commanders, Eagles coming up. Chris Berman's going to give you all the details.
I'm Chris Berman, coming up on ESPN. Welcome to Week 14 of the NFL on ESPN. It's the first week of December, which means the teams that are running hot this season really need to make sure their pipes don't freeze up down here at the home stretch. We've got an intriguing matchup on tap for you. Philadelphia, Washington, now. Freeze up.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game. Hello, folks. I'm Dan Stevens, and greetings from Washington Field. Here with me in the booth, my longtime associate, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, this game has got a playoff atmosphere with a chance at the #1 spot in the division at stake.
Well, the pressure's on, Dan. You better believe it. Can secure #1 in their division with a win. With these kind of matchups, it all comes down to rhythm. Whatever team can establish an offensive and defensive rhythm earliest will come away with the win.
And now let's go down.
All right, guys, look at this. So this is a Sunday night football game. Commanders going with the throwback unis for the second time this season, and we have snow for the first time in the forecast. So get ready. It's just that time of the year, not only for ESPN NFL 2K5. We're going to be doing some score watching here, because as we are streaming this here with you guys today, we got some big FCS playoff games going on. Army-Navy game is today as well. And it is cold in South Dakota, the game that we were watching before we jumped in here. But this is going to be our first snow game. We got snow in Washington. So let's see if the Eagles can come in here and climb back into the playoff picture. That's Nnamdi Asomugha who fields that one and takes the kneel down. And quarterback Chad Pennington for the Philadelphia Eagles. Pennington going to set his man in motion. Second time we've seen the Eagles here this season. Pennington drops back, and he is going to dump that one out there to Travis Henry. Henry picking up just 2 yards. So you're getting a good look at Anthony Simmons of the Washington Commanders. Busy day. I think SK Money's got a busy day today. Always on the grind. Pennington, second time to throw it, and it is knocked away, swatted down by Brian Williams. And Philadelphia in the snow, not letting that bother him, not going to the running game yet, not going to Travis Henry, but just letting Pennington try to throw the ball, which is tough in the snow. You know, your hands get wet. Not wearing a glove, so that glove doesn't get wet, and that one is incomplete. They were looking for Corn Robinson, and the Commanders forced a 3-and-out. Eagles snow game again. Which game are you thinking of? Are you thinking of the famous Eagles-Lions snow game, perhaps? How's our young rookie J.P. Lossman going to do? I had to teach a coworker the other day about J.P. Lossman. He didn't know his J.P. Lossman history. But he's the guy undefeated as a starter. That guy selling nuts. He's not cold. No jacket, no nothing. Wow, Andrew Cross. Well, Andrew Cross is also basically undefeated as a starter. Lossman Ooh, that one nearly intercepted. That was close. That was Rob Morris for the Eagles that watched that ball hit him right in the chest. So the Commanders also just going with a let's throw the ball. Two-time NCAA champion, only two-time. He didn't win his freshman year. He got a Fiesta Bowl freshman year. Lossman. Man, just watch the pocket fall apart, and he gets sacked. John Henderson. There he is. 328 pounds. 6'7". That's a big fella. That's the kind of guy Spencer would take to the bounce house and just get bounced. So 3rd and 5, both teams just going with the passing attack here. And Lossman delivers it incomplete. I was looking for Jabbar Gaffney. Could not connect. And there you go. 3 and out for the Commanders. So 6 plays, 2 punts in the snow. It might be one of those kind of games, you know? It's going to be one of those grind them out games. No wind, at least in this game. In the game that's on ESPN right now, there is plenty of wind. It's a very cold game. As Pennington picks that one up, bring it just past the 40 to the 43-yard line. That's where the Eagles will take over. We want to give a couple of shout-outs here. Shout out how you can support the channel, of course. Follow along on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Patreon, Streamlabs, Ko-Fi. Check it out. There's the give. Trying to get that running game going. Travis Henry.
Didn't get very far on that last play, and he even had the help of some blocking. I guess the defense had their number.
And this is nothing but read and
It's so wild how the throwback logo is upside down. A big glitch in this game. Pennington with the run and then slides down as Hardy was right there. Kevin Hardy is about to lay out Pennington. A rare run. Chad Pennington is usually not much of a runner, huh? Pennington on 3rd and short. He thought about throwing it again, and that hit Corin Robinson. Maybe he's got the wet gloves.
Robinson seemed to be the right guy for his quarterback, but he's unable to catch that ball over the middle.
that's the 3rd incompletion his way, Peter.
What are you guys playing lately? What big games do you got that you're going to be watching this weekend? We got some state high school football championships happening. Is anybody's local team going for a state title? Anyone out there?
The kick was pretty lackluster, so his offense gets pretty good field position anyway.
The Redskins will start this drive at their own 23-yard line.
Hand off to Corey Dillon, who's going to pick up 3 yards.
About 3 yards.
There you see Sullivan. We were looking at his big, impressive numbers, size-wise. Almost 7 feet tall, almost 400 pounds. Lossman delivers that one in the snow to Dallas Clark. Peter Boulware with the tackle, and there's your first completion of the game for the Washington Commanders.
3rd and short.
That's the key, Dan. Make 3rd down easy.
3rd and 1, have to imagine. It's going to be Corey Dillon here. It is, because I called the play. Oh, Dillon, he almost got trapped back there, but he ends up getting the block and picks up the first down for the Commanders in the snow. It's going to be tough to beat this Eagles team twice in a season. Impressive enough that we were able to pick up the win in Philadelphia. But to try to get them again with this playoff situation here, we got the Dallas Cowboys in 2 weeks in Dallas, which is, as we mentioned, going to be another big game as Andy Reid almost got run over on the sideline. So we got the Dallas game coming up, which is going to be big. We got the 49ers game coming up next. They're in 4th place in their division, but at 6-6, if they can run the table, they have an outside shot with a 10-6 record to get a playoff appearance. Nicely done by J.P. Lossman, finding Darrell Jackson coming across the field on the slant, the pass completion, and the first down for the Washington Commanders. Shout out to our TB Sports Clubhouse members, thank you guys so much. There you see what JP Lossman has done so far since he was thrust into the starting quarterback role. Getting behind those blockers, Corey Dillon got one man to beat. He can't beat him. Peter Boulware chasing down Corey Dillon. But the Washington Commanders, I don't know, it's going to be a frozen wave, I think. They're in prime position right now for the touchdown. And if Logan Paul and Prime Energy want to sponsor this stream, hit me up. TB Sports. Corey Dillon could not find the opening. Peter Boulware for the second time coming in with the tackle. Has anyone got any contact with Logan Paul? Dillon, and again, Boulware. Wow, Peter Boulware. 3 consecutive tackles keeping Corey Dillon. You can see the frustration right there from Corey Dillon. So 3rd and goal. And Lossman. JP Lossman. He ran into Corey Dillon and got sacked. Rob Morris. Oh, Lossman wanted to run it, and Dillon got in the way. So what was a pretty successful drive is going to fizzle out here. Morton Anderson for your field goal attempt. No win. And Anderson just sneaks it through the upright. 3-0. Commanders in the snow. 10 play. 67-yard, 3.5-minute drive. Take a look at this on the replay. Just got that one in. Cannot get much closer than that. My goodness.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Anderson booms a beauty here.
Didn't we, when we played Philly, someone will have to look back in the archives and remind me.
22.
I think we played in the rain in Philadelphia, didn't we? So we had a rain game last time, if I'm remembering right. Snow game this time.
The Eagles offense has taken the field, and they have been having a very tough time passing the ball. They have another opportunity here as they start off at their own 22-yard line.
Chad Pennington back to pass. Goes for the kind of a screen pass. Dumps it off, but Mike Rumpf was there. Scouted that one all the way and brought down Travis Henry. Mike Rumpf had a pretty good season here this year. Young player in 2005. Pitched it outside to Travis Henry, and he's wrapped up by Courtney Brown.
Courtney Brown was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Commander defense has this Eagle offense on lockdown right now. Pennington, oh my goodness, but wide open is Corin Robinson. And luckily, we got Sean Williams there who's going to prevent the touchdown, but I don't know what happened. Corin Robinson just left flat out open. Oh, who was that back there? 22? Aaron Beasley. Is that Aaron Beasley's man? Just fell apart, huh? That was terrible. Pennington out to Henry. Picks up 7, and that's the end of a low scoring but a pretty productive first quarter here. Commanders 3, Eagles 0.
Have a bunch of options on what to try next.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Redskins with a small lead, 3-0.
As expected on a 2nd and short, giving it right back to Travis Henry. So those are, I don't mind those like at the beginning of the year. And again, I'm going to throw a complaint out on a almost 20-year-old game. But at this stage in the season, with 4 games left in the regular season, we shouldn't be looking at last year's stats. Like, show that the first couple of weeks, and then it should be what they're doing this season. I don't care what they did last season with 4 games left in the regular season, you know? Travis Henry. Oh my goodness. Broke a tackle. Broke right past. Aaron Beasley not having a good day. He gave up. He got burned on the pass. And then, yeah, Aaron Beasley right there is, he absolutely knows that he's getting got right now. He is not doing too hot for the Washington Commanders in this one. Out to Travis Henry again, and he walks into the end zone, and the Eagles take the lead for the first time today. Andy Reid pumped up. You see Ricky Prohl.
Great offensive line in front of him. They made that play happen. Yep, those blockers opened up the hole for him.
And I hate to say it, but who was right there again? Aaron Beasley. He got blocked. So John Hall with your point after attempt to make it a traditional football score of 7-3. Through the uprights, good. And now the young J.P. Lostman will have to respond. Kind of nice not having to deal with wind, at least. I would say maybe somewhat rare with this kind of poor weather that there wouldn't be some kind of wind condition out there.
The Redskins offense takes the field, and they will start out at their own 20-yard line.
Nicely done, J.P. Lostman. Terrell Owens was able to break free, get that reception. This is what we want to see. Season stats. T.O., I don't know if they count the number after he made the catch or not. If they don't, he's up over 1,400 yards. And he's got 6 games to try to come up with 600 receiving yards for a 2,000-yard receiving season. So he's got to get at least a 200-yard performance in there again, then a couple 100-yard performances if he wants to get that NFL record, that 2,000-yard season, break Megatron's record, which isn't even a record yet at this point in time. I'm still waiting for my Flipper Johnson jersey SK Money's going to hook me up with. J.P. Lostman had one of his best games as a starter last week. Just slung the ball all over the field. This one a little slow to start here in the snow. Pressure coming, and was able to get that one in there to Jackson. And the Commanders going to go 3 and out here again. I'm the jersey guy. I want my Flipper Anderson, my 97 Flipper Anderson jersey.
Pennington takes it at the 28. Tackled at the 33.
Chad Pennington fielded the ball, and although he was dropped pretty quickly, that terrible kick gives him some good field position.
The Eagles send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their...
Pennington out to Travis Henry once again. And now they're starting to lean on. Early on, they were throwing the ball quite heavily, and you can see Travis Henry picking up 9 carries. And the 97 Broncos. So that's going to be the one thing I've learned from this series, ESPN NFL 2K5, is that Flipper was a Denver Broncos Super Bowl champion. Absolutely. There's plenty of guys. Bubby Brister's got a couple of Super Bowl rings just from being, you know. In 98, he played quite a bit. He actually was a big reason. There's actually a debate going into 99 if it was going to be Bubby Brister that would take over, but they ended up going with the young player, hoping they were going to get another John Elway type run, and they did not, out of Brian Greasy. We're having quite the time trying to slow down Travis Henry, and ever since they've gone to this running game, it's been quite a situation. Well, at the bottom of the screen, all these touchdowns are massive yardage. Look at it, 66, 96, 86 yards. Like, come on. Travis Henry again, and there he picks up another big set of yards. My God. Anthony Simmons He's going to end up getting credit with the tackle there, but Rodney Peete with the 50-yard touchdown pass. Out to Travis Henry again, and there he goes. First down, Eagles.
Travis Henry finds the hole on this one and gains some good yardage. Wow, great.
No answer yet. How do we slow down Travis Henry?
Wow, those are nice stats. Way to carry the
Look
ball.
at that, with the dirt on the jersey. Big ups there, Henry. And we got a flag. Let's get a holding. Let's back him up. Let's push him back. Oh, yeah, there we go. I'll take it. Send him back.
He's all over his defender on this one. He grabs him and does not let go. The refs aren't big fans of this.
Oh, yeah, right there. Held him.
That's offensive hold.
Put him right into the turf. Can't be doing that. That's a WX man kind of move. Coming up on the 2-minute warning here. Are the Eagles going to get the ball? No. They run out of time. 2-minute warning. 7-3. More crib credits. We got the crib episode coming. At the end of this season, we're going to do a crib episode just for SK money. You guys have to let me know. Do you guys want to see the Pro Bowl or not in this game? They don't have all the different helmets. And it'll be almost impossible for me to go through. And, yeah, he goosed you. Where's WX, man? Let's see, what's he up to? He's goosing right now. But, yeah, let me know if you guys want to see the Pro Bowl. You know, I always like playing the Pro Bowl. But in this game, a little different because we are doing fantasy draft style and because the team helmets aren't represented. Because that was almost a first down. And it's going to be impossible. Like, they'll give you a roster, but to try to go through 30 teams and figure out what team everyone was on, you know, it's just going to be basically AFC, NFC. So you guys let me know. You guys want to see the Pro Bowl. But Super Bowl, we're going to do it whether the Commanders are in the Super Bowl or not. If they're not in it, we will do a Super Bowl watch party as Chad Pennington is hoping the Eagles are going to get into the Super Bowl. Joey Galloway with the touchdown reception. And WX man goofing out there. I hope he caught that one on tape. Eagles starting to blow the doors off the Commanders here. Be 14-3 after this John Hall extra point. And JP Lossman's only got a minute 16. Try to respond here. So not a good situation. And not even allowing a kick return. And unfortunately for the Commanders, you almost do have to kind of try to move the ball because Philly's got all 3 timeouts, and you don't want to give it back to them red hot with a minute to get some extra points. So you got to try to move this thing. Lossman, incomplete. Ernie Cronwell. And I heard Peter Boulware's name getting involved in there. Didn't catch the number, but Peter Boulware's been a nightmare for us, for the Commanders, so far. Lossman. Look at this. Jamar Gaffney. Gaffney just tripped up at the last moment. He got the break. JP Lossman delivered, and the Commanders are in big business. Snags the football and then really turns on. Gaffney got past Nnamdi Asomugha. SK Money, what's your favorite Nnamdi Asomugha game? Under a minute to play, all 3 timeouts still. Lossman is going to roll out, and he's going to run it and take the first down. And a timeout going to be called by head coach Joe Gibbs. Nothing else in field goal range, but get the touchdown. And the Commanders, we're going to get the ball to begin the second half, so we can double dip. You know, oh, down goes Lossman. We got to take another timeout. John Henderson, there was a double sack in there. You dipped the chip, you took a bite, and then you dipped again. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to double dip right here. Take one dip and just end it. That's what the Eagles are saying to us right now. 3rd and 19. Lossman under duress, and we are quickly falling out of field goal range. We got to hang on to this last timeout, so we got to call another play quickly. But this back-to-back, I didn't even get a number because I'm trying to run a play. This has turned into an absolute disaster. And here they come again. Lossman's just got to deliver, and he was looking for Terrell Owens. So it's going to be a deep kick as you're looking at Nnamdi Asamoah. Oh, they're saying to punt. So what kind of how long of a kick would this be? It'd be like a 50... I think a Hail Mary. You got T.O. out there. 10 seconds. I know, I get it. They don't... should we just do a straight-up Hail Mary? I get they're saying don't give the ball back here. Let's take some time to talk about this. But I say we take a shot. I don't, you know, maybe they can get some points. It'll end up biting us, but I think we run a lot of time off the clock with the Hail Mary. And whether we get it or don't get it, Eagles might have a Hail Mary shot, but that'll be about it. So here we go. Which one is T.O.? T.O. is L. I wanted him to be in that group, but it's too late now. Can't call a timeout. Here we go. J.P. Lossman. Boy, under pressure again, and it is incomplete. Boy, he had Jackson out there. He had Darrell Jackson and couldn't bring it in. But the pressure, 96, that's Grant Winstrom of the Eagles. Who we back? We had Dre Bly back there. I think we saw Jay Bellamy as well, number 21. So now the Eagles are going to try their own Hail Mary with 4 seconds to play. Chad Pennington drops back, delivers, and it is incomplete. Nearly picked off by Matt Bowen, who was in for the injured Jason Sehorn. All right, first half, we got some work to do in the second half. We left too many points out on the field. Corey Dillon couldn't get the touchdown. We took the sacks, and that's what's killing us right now. Chris Berman's going to recap it all, and we'll be back for the second half on TB Sports. Here's Chris.
All right, Dan, interesting game at the half. We'll get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN Halftime Report. I'm Chris Berman. A look inside the numbers from our first half and look at the discrepancy in sacks thus far. The Eagles are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. We'll pick up the action midway through the first quarter. Corey Dillon bounces this one to the outside, and he's going to get some room to maneuver out there. That set up a 28-yard field goal. The Redskins strike first and go up by 3. The Eagles trying to answer back. Corin Robinson came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. A 50-yard play that set up an Eagle touchdown. Eagles late into the second quarter. Eagles leading by 4. Chad Pennington would drop back and put one right on the money. They're now up by 11. Redskins late in the second quarter.
I didn't even realize I was freaking Aaron Bailey again on the touchdown.
His man for a big one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Skins are down at the half, 14-3. And as far as my halftime hero, well, there's really no contest. Travis Henry has played outstanding. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound.